So, with all of that said, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to reveal to you, as advertised, the product that I would start with right now if I was starting again from scratch. And I'm going to tell you why I would start with this product, all right? So, first of all, it's highly emotive. Second of all, it's over $100. Now, I personally like to sell things that are a little bit more expensive because I don't have to sell as many units, and a lot of people get scared off selling more expensive things. They're all trying to find the product that they can start for $1 instead of a product that might cost them $20 a unit but sell for $200. That market is far less crowded when you move into those sort of more expensive things, which is what I like to do. I would rather sell 4 a day, be completely off the radar, but it's selling for $200. So I'm doing like $800 a day in sales off one product that's only 4 sales. I don't have to have thousands of units of inventory. That's what I like to do now. It's super high margin. It's recession proof, what I'm going to show you. And it's not price sensitive at all. And how I came to this is what you'll learn about me is I'm going to show you a bunch more products tonight and blow your mind with some numbers. But what I like are non-sexy things. I don't like things like supplements and lipstick and fashion, right? I don't like those things because everybody wants to be in what's sexy. They want to go to a party and say, I've got my own activewear brand, you know, and I've got my own supplements brand, or I make my own lipstick. People love to tell that story. I would rather sell toilet paper or freaking medical supplies because people always use that shit. It's usually dominated by lazy, big companies that don't give 2 shits about it, as I'll show you tonight. Like, just to give you an example of a non-sexy but highly profitable product, look at this, right? See this? This is a towing strap. How boring is that? It's a towing strap. You wouldn't believe how much money there is in these. Have a guess how much this towing strap does per month. $70,000 US a month. And prior to this company coming along, almost all of the sellers on Amazon were just big industrial supplies company who literally sat on the floor of the warehouse, took a photo and said, that's our towing strap, and were selling shit tons of them, right? Until the entrepreneurs came along and started to get the software and go, I reckon we could do it better than that. Medical supplies, all those categories are enormously profitable with limited competition because it's just big medical companies that are as boring as batshit. So I'm going to show you that in just a moment. So the product that I would start with today, if it was me, is this. Now, this isn't the product that I would sell, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to start with an ugly one that's available on Amazon right now and why I would go into it. So here it is. Boom. Look at that. What is it? It is a human ashes urn. So when somebody passes away, now you might, this is what you put the ashes in. Now, I know that might seem a bit morbid, right? I discovered this niche 2 years ago, and I still don't think anybody's innovated in a real way in there. I'm going to show you in just a moment what I mean by that. Now, I love it because it's non-sexy. What do they say? Death and taxes, right? Now, how I got, it's inevitable. It's happening to everybody. So the reason that I got to this was I was looking at weddings, and I thought, what are the most emotional events in people's lives? Right? Because I teach demand, gas factor, and an opportunity, right? Space in the market. So I was showing these wedding cake toppers and thought, well, what's the other big events? Funerals, right? Sad, but emotional. Now, if I'm buying an ashes urn for somebody in my family that's just passed away, are you price sensitive, yes or no? Not really, right? I mean, you want to buy something nice. You don't want to be a cheapskate, especially if it's going to go in your home. Guess how much this thing does a month? Have a look at this thing. This thing could not be more ugly in my opinion, right? But it's probably serviced and targeted at an older demographic in my view. It's very sort of what you'd see in a retirement home rather than perhaps what you'd see in a modern home. It says, it broke our hearts to lose you, but you did not go alone, for part of us went with you on the day God called you home. Now that's a beautiful quote, right? I love the idea of the quote. I just think this is super, super dated. I think it's old-fashioned, and frankly, I think it's ugly. But this does $18,000 US per month, right? Here's another one. Look at this one. I would never have that in my house, and I would never have this in my house, right? It's blue with white doves. It's steel. Basically what this says to me is that's mum on the fireplace, just in case you are wondering, to all your guests when they come over. I personally don't want it to be that conspicuous as a consumer. I would like something much more subtle. I would like something that's more fitted into my home that feels a bit warmer perhaps than this, right? I'm going to show you what I found in just a moment. But before I show you the product that I found, because one of the strategies I teach is to look on Amazon, see what's there, and then look in the greater world of Pinterest and Google and whatever, and find beautiful versions that may not be on Amazon yet, and then sell those, right? Find a supplier for it. One of our most successful students who's watching tonight, I know, is Angela up on the Sunshine Coast. Angela's business grew to 300,000 US in a month when it was absolutely booming at one point with a product she launched. It took off, did great for her. And she's at home running this business at that level. Her strategy was simply that. She found a product, it was a kid's product. She couldn't find anything she liked. She just had a young child, well, a baby. They're all young, of course. She just had a baby. She couldn't find something she loved for herself. They were all toxic and horrible looking and warm. I don't particularly like the urn, but it's not too bad. $41,000 a month. This one does $19,000 a month. That's probably more towards what I might have in my home. At least it's neutral colored, but I still probably wouldn't buy that myself, but it's doing $19,000 a month. This one, as I told you, is $18,000 US a month that I held up before. But look at the photos. Those are literally the 4 photos they're using to sell it. Like the white ones with the background where it's been cut out, then they've basically just taken the exact same photo before they photoshopped it and took the background out and put those up as the other photos. That's how little shits they've given. They literally don't give a single shit about this product. There's no effort to make that look in a beautiful home with a warm fireplace with perhaps a photo of somebody that's loved, sitting next to it, with beautiful plants in the background, to just put it in situ. Zero effort. This one here is doing $24,700 a month. Again, a bit more neutral. Again, it looks way too much like an urn for me and just reminds me of death when I see it. I think there's huge opportunity to innovate here. These are the 3 photos that they use to sell it. Now, keep in mind, you can add 9 photos to your listing, and these guys are using 3, right? $24,700 US a month. I mean, guys, this is 300 grand a year US off one urn. One that I don't think is that great. I don't think the brand is that great. Like, look at the brand. The brand is called FedMax. 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 Right? Think about it from a branding point of view. Is that like a great brand, FedMax? It sounds like Federal Express to me. It doesn't sound like Compassion Urns or Human Urns or Humanity or, I don't know, there's a million names that would be better, I'd reckon, than FedMax. But it's not just the product, guys. I want to show you something else. This is what's also deeply disappointing and shows you where the opportunity is. This is literally the box that they send me this $18,000 a month product in, this one here, right? Straight out of China, zero shits given. Does this box and packaging say, we're so sorry for your loss? This box and packaging says, we are cheap as fuck and we don't give a shit about you. That's what it says to me. You might be laughing at home, but seriously, if I owned this business, an Ashes Urn business, I would have the most beautiful packaging with a beautiful card inside, for starters, saying, our condolences on your loss. I mean, it's not that hard, right? I bought 5 of them. Not one had a letter or any insert saying, we're so sorry that you had to order this product. We're grateful for the sale, but we're so sorry. Obviously, there's been somebody. I mean, it's 101, but people don't give a shit. What they do is they copy what others have done without trying to be at all original, because people at their core are fundamentally lazy. So if you are interested in actually making an impact in people's lives, and if you're good at stopping and thinking about people in the time of their purchase, then it's wide open to people who have any degree of care. So I'm going to show you now a product that I found being sold in Europe that isn't on Amazon in America as far as I know. I don't think it's there at the moment. And it's a totally different take on an urn. Look at this. All right, can you see that on the camera? This is a wooden urn. It is, the smell of this I can't describe. It is beautiful. It's handmade, and the lid comes off here, right? So that's the lid, so you can see it, right? Beautiful piece of wood. I would actually sit this in my home. It's real timber. You get this made in India, not in China. You'd avoid all the tariffs as well, which is cool. And inside is a keepsake, so you can put a photo, you can put rings, you can put a watch, whatever, and then the ashes sit underneath, right? This, to me, I've actually had this sitting when I bought it in my home, just because it was just a beautiful piece, right? It's just a beautiful thing to have sitting in your home. I have a home on the beach, it goes with the sand in the background, and I can have that sitting on the windowsill with a family member's ashes in it, and it feels warm, it feels earthy, it feels natural, it's environmentally friendly, and it certainly isn't as in your face as this. I mean, which would you prefer in your home? I mean, I think it's hands down this one, right? Now this one is $500 because they're not selling on Amazon. You can get this made for maybe $20, maybe $25 in India, and put it in a beautiful packaging and so on, or something similar to this. You wouldn't copy it exactly, you create your own one. And then you would sell that for probably $200, and your margin would be outrageous. I mean, they're selling it for $500, and I bought it, right? Because I wanted to show you, and obviously other people are buying it as well, because they want a beautiful urn for the person they loved, right? Their mum, their dad, their pet, whatever. Huge opportunity there with that, with a little bit of lateral thinking. But I actually went ahead and got some photos done as well. And in our course, we teach you the importance of photos, but the photos I'm about to show you are actually renders. So I took that to Brisbane to a 3D scanning shop. It cost me about, I think, $100, and they did a 3D scan of it. I sent it off to a renderer, which all of this we teach in our course. And so digitally, they made these photos. So let's throw back to the slides, Aaron, and show photo number 1. So here we have, now that's not a real photo, right? That the photo is, but we dropped in the candle, we dropped in the urn digitally, and so you can see it sitting in a home. This is another example of it in situ in a home with a couple of pebbles, which speak to the fact that it's like a wooden pebble. This is another shot that we had of it on a mantelpiece, so people could see the woodwork in the context of, there's a photo of my granddad, and there's his pipe, and there's, a wall plaque behind. Just a lot more natural and warm, right? This is it showing it in situ in a modern, beautiful home that somebody may aspire to own. Here's another photo of it in situ, right? Sitting there, looking out over the valley with the ashes there in your favorite spot where you like to think or read or have a glass of wine. And here's another photo of it in situ here, right? So, guys, this is the type of thinking that is this is innovation, and this is what Australians and Kiwis and we do it so well, right? We're so good at that, and this is what I love about Amazon is we are problem solvers. I don't know how to make the urn. I don't know, how to do distribution, or I don't really want to stick stickers on labels. What I want to do is create products I'm proud of. If you enjoyed that video, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you get all of our great videos as they come out. Thanks for watching, guys.